All right, guys, what's up? This is episode 1 of the Long Group podcast. Really a trial episode just to see how it goes, and we are excited.
Absolutely stoked. This is gonna be a blast kinda coming along on this journey.
Yeah, so I'm Travis Feeney,
I'm Clayton Adams.
and there's 2 additional people that will often come up on the podcast, but we're excited to hear from them in the future. They are Santiago Gaitan and Coleman Cragen. Coleman's at work currently, and Santiago is over in Canada. And we're excited to talk about running and life and just training and just anything that comes up.
Absolutely, yes. Santi even, he's coming off of a top 15 performance at the Canadian 10K Road Championship, so stud of a runner, excited to have him back in about a month after the Grand Moss Half Marathon. But, Travis, it's been a busy weekend of track and field. A lot of results, a lot of races, some road races.
Absolutely.
I got a question for you off of one of those results. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's talk about Cooper Lutkenhouse.
Cooper
All right.
Luckenhouse.
Did you see he ran a 1500 over the weekend?
I saw he ran a 1500 and
Yeah.
I believe it was 3:45, right?
Correct. 3:45. He was ninth in Heat 3 over at the LA TrackFest.
So who was in his heat?
It was won by Ryan Martin, a college kid. Garrett McQuitty's a popular name. He was in fourth there. Theo Quacks was even in that heat. The top few went 337 to 339. Cooper finished ninth, a little bit of a gap back behind Caleb Easton. He beat Ahmed Muhammad. He beat Christian Noble. He beat some big names. But my question for you is, we're talking about indoor world champion in the 800. We're talking about a 142 guy, Cooper Lutkenhouse, running 3:45 and his debut 1500. Do you think he's going to be much better than that? Or do you think he's going to be way better than that at 1500?
I mean, I think eventually he'll get there, but and you gotta consider how young he is. So 3:45 is really good for his age, 17, right?
Absolutely.
But considering he's run 3:42 and he's the indoor world champion, he really should be showing his talent a little better in the 15, especially because I believe, a distance-based 800-meter runner.
In theory,
In
yeah.
theory.
Right.
So, I really feel like his talent is, um truly know him at 1,500 based off this. Even if
Right.
even if he ran like a 3:39, 3:37, or even won his heat, I feel like he still wouldn't be showing his true talent. So, I think that he definitely should have been running better than that.
That's my thought is he didn't even win his heat. He was 8 seconds back as well. And if you watch how the race went, we can look at the splits here. Looking early on in the race, he wasn't really ever in contention. Um, he was pretty consistently in about 10th, ninth or 10th, behind the leaders. He'd lost ground by almost 3 seconds with 400 to go, and then it didn't have any type of close. 4 seconds back, I should say. He picked off one or two guys that last lap. One, it looks like, but yeah, you
Yeah.
think a guy like that leg speed, he's run 46 or faster in a 4x4 in the 400. You think he'd be able to close off of, a 3 flat 1200.
So it was 3 flat. So it was how tactful would you consider that
Well, I looked at
going
it.
out? So, yeah,
Yeah.
name the splits.
Yeah. So the pack opened in 43. He was 43 with the group. Then they went 60, 61. The front group went 60 and then 57 or 58, and then closed at about 56. He closed pretty spot on 59 high. And so he lost ground on that third quarter and then just stayed back.
So what was his third quarter?
He went 59, 59. Oh, no, he went 60, 61, 59.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, he really should be able to close off that, closing the very fast last 400. So, I don't know. I think he belongs in the 800, and hopefully he can mature into the 1500 a little bit later in the future.
I agree.
Because you gotta remember he's 17 years old, so that's a phenomenal time for that age.
True.
High school phenom, but just the talent that he showed in the 800 just maybe as he ages a couple years, he'll become a 1500-meter star, but right, he's still early.
He is world class in the 800. You're right. He's a high schooler. I forget about that sometimes. The fact that he essentially is running, nearly a flat equivalent. It's faster than my PR. Didn't beat yours yet, though. Thank goodness.
Congrats to Cooper Luckenhouse in a 1500-meter PR. Yeah, and we're excited to talk about him. So.
Mhm. I'm gonna just let it run for a second because we can clip. Travis, do you want the mic blocking your face as much as it is?
Yes.
As long as you can hear it well enough.
Yeah.
Cool. Sweet. Yeah, no, Cooper really ran amazing. Shout out to him.
Yeah. So, how about the Hatem Samuel in the 5K running collegiate record?
Oh my goodness. My first thought, besides how great we already know he is, the first thing I was excited about is right now, as of May 25th, 2026, we're recording this podcast. The outdoor 5K collegiate record is faster than the indoor record, and I'm so glad that that's the case. I prefer when the outdoor records are faster.
Nico's times faster.
I don't think so.
I swear
By
on
any of this
Instagram, I saw Instagram posts that Nico's indoor run was all-time best. So that's an interesting point. But uh interesting thing about Haptom, I saw that it was Eritrean record and NCAA record. And so I know he doesn't represent Eritrea anymore because I think they did him dirty a little bit. Um, however, he's trying to gain US citizenship and become an American. So that's something to look forward to in the future or be scared of. But interesting that it was Eritrean record because there's been some fast Eritreans as well. And Eritrea is a company, a country over by Ethiopia, just north of Ethiopia in Africa. So it's by Kenya, Ethiopia, just north of that. And so a lot of really fast, legendary runners come from that part of the world.
That's awesome. Congrats to him on his country's record. And I'm excited for him to maybe get US citizenship and come out here and be a 1240 guy before we know it. Pause back into what I had said. We can clip it out, thankfully, because Drew Hunter's in this race. Nico Young did run 0.08 faster. Yes.
You want to flip out that you're wrong?
Travis was right. I was wrong, guys. I swear it was faster by like a tenth, but I was slower by a tenth. So never mind. Hate on me.
No, this is raw, dude. We're posting this raw.
Good.
Aptum won the race and Gulliver Singh was second.
Former sub 13 guy at the BU track. You remember that? In 2020
Sub 13. Yeah, I think he did do that.
in Grant.
Andrew, he's been killing it as of late.
Yeah, fantastic. I think he's got most of the Indian national records. Yeah, and the distance events, 5K, 10K, stud. Jackson Sharp, still, moving into the pros after Wisconsin, running great. With Hoka, 13:05, and then you love to see a Drew Hunter, good finish, 13:05 as well.
Yeah, that's a good sack. That's probably a PR for Drew Hunter.
That might be. I wonder. Let's check that.
And then I'll have to give this a shout out to Morgan McDonald. Good showing. I know probably not what he hoped, but um, good showing, and he's part of a on group and Phos Performance, which our good friend started that company, and we have some big athletes being signed, such as Morgan and Yared, and I'm lucky to be a part of that. So, love to cheer for Morgan as well.
Absolutely. Not only do we love Morgan, we love all our FOS athletes. Travis, that's you. And FOS Performance, fantastic supplement. Best stack you can get in the world. So check them out. FOS Performance online. It's a great product. We'll attach a link to them with my discount code, not Travis's. All right. Use mine. Clayton 15, not Travis 15.
Travi 15.
Oh yeah, no. See, he doesn't know how to spell his own name. All right, let's check out Drew Hunter's 5K. Let's see what it pulls up here. Yeah, this is initially showing he previously run 13:08.
13:08.
which means 13:05 is his new PR.
I was previously, or a couple weeks ago, within the last month, I listened to a podcast with Drew Hunter on it, or it might have been his own. I don't even remember. I listen to several running podcasts while I work to pass the time sometimes, and I he was said that he really wants to go for the sub 13, and he's getting ready and feeling closer to being able to do it. So it's a good step. Only 6 more seconds now. So
Huge fan of Drew Hunter. Have been since 2015, 2016 when he was just a dog in high school. So it's great to see him second life in the sport. It feels like these last few years after moving away from Tinman and Adidas. I know Morgan McDonald also has his YouTube series going about breaking 13. So
absolutely.
I'm excited to see his review of this race after, 12 seconds off of where he wants to be this summer, but he's the type of guy that can turn that around for sure. So that'll be fantastic. What a fun race. Do we think, sticking with the 5K, sticking with the LA Track Fest, do we think Parker Valby's return, 14:49, is that her ceiling or is that her floor? Is she back and better than ever, or is this the best we're going to see of her after 15 months of silence?
I think that she's better than ever for sure, obviously, with the new PR. Uh, and I feel like once she gets more consistency, she's just going to keep improving. I'm not sure what her ceiling truly is, but we've seen some other uh, women recently show a lot of talent, like Jane Hendegren, but I think Parker could be there still contending for US teams for a long time in the future. And it was cool to see her back after a year and a half or so.
Yeah, I think she's great for the sport. I think she's a 10K girl too, which is exciting to see her on the 1440s now.
Yeah, I'm really curious because I know she's had several coaches and training groups now within the last year and a half and injuries. I'm really curious what she's doing now. I heard that she moved to Florida, back to Florida to her roots. That's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true. And I'm wondering if like she's still doing all the cross training that she claimed to be doing in college, or if she's implemented anything different than what she was publicly known for back then.
Yeah. Do you want to hear what I've heard?
Yeah, let me.
Shout out all the interviews after her race and Let's Run for kind of pulling it together. But she is in Boulder now with Team Boss. So her and Emma Coburn and Gabby Jennings being coached by Joe. Um, she's loving it there. She's got a great support system. Emma Coburn, they had that great post-race hug for that PR. She's back. Emma Coburn back as well on the track with a third place finish in the steeple despite a fall. So she's back and she's going to be fun to watch. So she's in Boulder. It sounds like she's focused on consistency while she was coming back from some injuries and her time away from racing, especially racing on the track. Consistency is what she emphasized. She said her message to younger girls or younger people watching is
Parker or Emma?
Parker.
Okay.
Parker said consistency. She said eat enough. She said recover, things like that. And so I think she's really focused on an approach. Somebody suggested that the consistency means she's trying to maintain decent mileage. And so she doesn't have to cross train as insane, but she is still cross training. We see from some social media posts.
Okay.
Just she's an animal. So
Yeah, yeah.
it's awesome.
I mean, I don't want to comment on everything, but she kind of looks shredded in the pictures that I saw.
She looks fit. She's ready to go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think she's back, and I think she's back and better than ever. So I'm excited to see her getting a good Diamond League maybe this summer. Maybe scare that 14:30 mark in a really good paced race where she's got fast girls around her. Here she was completely unpushed. Um, Shout out Lauren Ryan, second place.
Lauren Ryan.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I just the other day sent these guys a Instagram post where she's sponsored by, I believe, Callaway.
Yeah,
Callaway Golf Clubs. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Like, why is golf sponsoring runners? And she has a whole Instagram golf influencer page now, and she spends her free time golfing. So that, and we can get into golf a little bit. So it was interesting to see that. But like, dang, how did that connection come about? And what was the purpose and reason behind it?
I know I'd love to pick her brain on that. It's fun. It was the same time we're getting big on golf, and then finding that page where, yeah, she's doing this. I forget what it was called, but it was something about like when she's not running, she's golfing essentially. She's getting good. She's a good golfer.
I have no idea.
I thought she was like this was a way of her saying that, I'm slowing down maybe running wise and moving away from the sport. Now 14:53, she's running great with Under Armour, with that Callaway Golf sponsorship on the side, trying to be an influencer. Good for her. But yeah, it was kind of funny. I was like, I don't know. Is it I don't know, but it's her social media she's doing, and so it's kind of fun to see different athletes, different avenues, because there's not a lot of money in track and field. There is some money in the enhanced games if we want to talk about those a bit
Yeah, let's talk about that, but
in a minute. Okay.
hold on. I'm wondering, how much money, golf is giving her or if it's just a apparel sponsorship or I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
really curious. We're like, "Oh, wow, you ran 14:53, top Australian time this year. Congrats. Here's a bonus.
Right, right. Here's a new putter or something. No,
Here's a new putter."
right? Maybe so. Maybe it's just apparel. But I think the one thing that it's going to generate is that social media income, content, TikTok, Instagram. So she can capitalize on that. And I think she can, right? She's marketable. So good fight.
Yeah, I really hope watchers and viewers, listeners don't watch the video because we're just chilling.
Hey, we're chilling and we're talking about results. It's fun. Maybe we'll do some videos. Maybe we won't sometimes. Either way, great track happening. 5 girls under 15. A few years ago, that's some trackflation, I think, coming out of the US to have a race like that.
Still haven't caught the men yet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's true. I mean, somebody under 13, that's not the same at all to 14:49. What do you think that middle ground is? Take Parker's down to equivalent for a guy and take Habtom's 12:57 up to what it would be equivalent to a woman.
Breaking 13's like fluking 30.
Okay, I like that. 14:35, maybe?
Ah, 14:30. The top very top women are running low 14s.
It's true. It's true. And the very top men have broken 12:40.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's 13:58 for that's crazy.
No, yeah, that's for sure better than the men's world record.
I think
Without a
so.
doubt.
I think so.
No, but yeah, low 14s, I'd say is sub 12:40. Yeah.
14 teens is
No,
12:40s.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
14 teens.
So, I like that. That's good, actually. That's a good comparison. Great. So that means I'm really slow. That's fantastic. Okay. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? Anything else coming from this? The 800.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Show me anything else that's relevant.
So the 800 was awesome at TrackFest. Brandon Miller took it out hard, gapped the field quick, and held them off. They closed on him the last bit, but he still held on for the win. Abe Alvarado, huge run for him. He's been a U.S. qualifier, championship qualifier. I think he's been a finalist a few times, but
He
never
ran
the team.
He ran for BYU for 1 year.
Yep, he did.
Crazy.
Yep, and he was all American there. Yeah, so I always love to see him performing well. I know he's done a lot of pace work for pro groups and for a lot of like diamond leagues, so it's great to see him put together a second place. But the big takeaway was we looked at some of the 1500 men. Yeah, Donovan Brazier, Bryce Hopple, 145 openers. They've got more in them. Hobbs Kessler just didn't look too sharp. He came back and paced later in the night and looked a little bit better, so maybe just some nerves. But Josh Kerr, 800-meter PR, PB, 144.6, as he's on his road to 342. Do you think that bodes well for him, tracks well for him going for that sub 343 mile? What are your thoughts? PR. So
I mean, a PR is always a good sign. I'm wondering, how he's feeling about getting beat by his teammate, though.
he was pretty stoked.
What's that?
They were celebrating.
Yeah, they were celebrating together, but I saw some pictures, but I'm wondering, like, Josh Kerr, like, the whole training group's built around him a little bit. I'm wondering if there's anything there. It's like, "Wow, I just got beat by my teammate." That's not yeah.
For what it's worth, Brandon Miller is a stud 143 800 guy. That's his thing. He's a US finalist. He's just an excellent runner. Shout out Missouri boy back in the day. So
Brandon Miller, he's been running sub 150 since freshman year, high school or something like
yeah,
that.
like 2016, 2017. He's been amazing. So
But yeah,
great run.
he got the win over Josh Kerr. But
I bet Josh is sitting at home saying, "You know what? Next time, I'm gonna get the team win, right?"
yeah.
Oh, that's fun. he he likes to win. You can't take that away from Josh Kerr. Say all you want, he likes to win. So
So are you a Josh Kerr fan or are you a hater? Because I know most of our friends are, let's say, not fans.
I'd say that I fall in that group. Um, Josh has had some great races. You can't knock a world champion, an Olympic medalist. He's coming off of a strong indoor season, indoor 3K gold, right? So he's run well. He's had some great results. Um, but I don't know, his persona to me is not my favorite. Jakob just seems so much more likable. Jared, we love. Shout out Phos Performance. Jared's a fantastic guy, great ambassador for the sport, and the fastest active miler. Jakob's still coming back from injury. He's the fastest miler. But he's not quite active right now. So Jared is the fast. He's a 3:43 guy. I think if anybody has a chance of breaking 3:43 in the mile, it's Jakob in a year before he loses that window, or Yaron Nagus with the right peak over Josh Kerr, in my opinion. So that's my take.
Does Josh Kerr have aura?
I think someone of his magnitude and with his following, he has to have some. He does have some, yes. More than me. More than me. He gets
Does
away with stuff like
does
this.
his aura, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, do people dislike him because of his aura, or is he just like a goober?
I think he's a goober. I think it's just because sometimes there's a line to the aura. For example, I would be thrilled to meet Josh Kerr. I mean, we're talking about one of the best runners in the world, an absolute stud. I would absolutely fanboy. Is he my favorite? No. Would I be a fan of meeting him? Yes. Why is he not my favorite? It's because sometimes his aura, if you will, turns into more of like forced than just naturally being good. Like if he breaks 3:43 in the mile, holy smokes, he is the fastest miler ever. There's no doubt about that. What an accomplishment. I'll be standing up watching it, screaming. Maybe I'll try and go live. You never know in July. But if he celebrates too hard and makes it his whole like personality and marketing scheme, it's like at some point you got to just be like, come on, dude. Like, you're amazing. Chill. That's my take on it.
Fair enough.
Josh, you're wonderful though. Let's be clear, but Cole Hawker beat you, so
Doesn't have enough aura to outkick Cole Hawker.
nope, not in Paris 2024. Sense, you maybe, but yeah, tough.
Let's talk to yeah, let's talk about this.
Okay,
Today's Memorial Day, Boulder. Our good friends,
former teammate,
former teammate,
Ace.
shout out Aiden Reed. Aiden Reed absolutely killed it at the Boulder 10K. It's a race actually I kind of want to do in the future.
Same, yeah.
It's just a community event where I believe the mass wave goes before the pros, and then they watch in the stadium as the pros come in, and it looks like an incredible event. But Aiden Reed, representing one of the USA teams, got third place to get above. He beat some US studs, and he lost to Kenyans. It looks like.
Yeah, it was a fantastic race. I was able to watch it, just the live YouTube stream. I even have it pulled up here if you want to see some of the clips, but um, it was awesome. It was an awesome race.
Yeah, let's watch a clip. I haven't seen
Yeah,
anything on this.
Patrick Kiprop won it. He was fantastic. Looked so strong throughout. Um, so I'll just kind of open it up. They came through the mile 4:32, kind of that front pack. You'll see the top three names: Kiprop, Reed, and again,
It was in second at the mile.
yep, at the mile. And this is shortly after the mile. The men, the front two men, Patrick Kiprop and Daniel Benyo, made a bit of a move. And this is fantastic. You watch Aiden. He kind of has to make a decision. Does he go to the front and go with these strong Kenyan athletes, or does he hold back in the pack? And I love what he does here. We'll let you kind of watch this for just a second. He makes a choice.
He goes with the front pack.
Yeah, so it was awesome. He said, I'm going to commit. I'm feeling good. It's 6.5 minutes into the race.
I know Aiden's run here in the past, and he run pretty well on the solid team, and I'm sure he was trying to do that, but I do wanna come back and watch this after.
Yeah,
Incredible finish.
yeah. So it was
Beat, names like Casey Klinger by 1 spot. Let's see, who else did he beat?
Clayton Morris recently had some amazing races. Adonis Kyoka, who was so good for Campbell in college and the NCAA. Some of the top Japanese athletes. Yep, a lot of great Americans. Suguru Osako of Japan, Clayton Young, the great American marathoner. Just some amazing athletes that came out that day. A strong Mexican contingent of
And this race takes place in Boulder, which I believe is about 5,000 feet elevation. Yeah, so 29:17 for Aiden probably gets a minute conversion off that, so
yeah, he could probably run low 28s on the track right now. And
he could go faster on the track because
there's some hills on this course. It's true.
yeah.
But it was a fun race. Again, Patrick Kiprop looked so great the whole time. Uh, Broke pretty early. Tried to just pull away from Daniel Benio. Aiden shifts back later, you'll see, and to kind of running by his own self. Casey Klinger made up a lot of ground, but couldn't quite close the last 15 or so seconds to hunt down Aiden. So shout out our former teammate here at SUU, stud of a runner, training out there with Roots in Boulder. Just a great guy, great athlete. Huge run for him today. Huge run. Puts him right among some great names. Shoe deal, shoe company. Somebody sign him.
Sign Aiden Reed, you won't regret it.
No, get that man some. Look at his road results the past 2 years, 3 years even. He is consistently top 4 at every US road championship. He's beaten some of the top guys, national championships, road record holders, just Olympic athletes. I mean, he is a stud and he's just getting better. So keep an eye on him, especially coming up to Olympic trials in 2028 in the marathon. He'll be there. And will either of us already be qualified for the Olympic trials right now, Travis?
I think Clayton Adams qualified for the Olympic trials at Boston Marathon. You see this shirt, Suarez?
Not true. This is not true. This is not true. We did run Boston. This is the participant shirt. But I just want to give a quick shout out to Travis Feeney, my man right here. 2:15:48 at Boston. An insane run. 51st overall, 5th in the open division. He did that no bottles. Open field, not the pro race. He had to go and do everything himself. OTQ. He's going to be there 2028. What is it, Phoenix or St. Louis? We don't know. Something like that.
To be determined, but one of the two.
Yeah.
Should be announced soon, I believe. Yes, yes. Boston Marathon was an amazing experience, and we can talk about that for a second, but it was such a fun race. I got to run with a group of 5, basically. We all qualified for the Olympic trials. The group was bigger, but the 5 of us were the ones that made it to the finish line under the 2:16 mark, and it was a race. Like, it was so fun and most fun I've ever had in a race, honestly. So, like, I'm sold on the roads now. I don't know, it's gonna be hard to go back to a track race if I ever do, and, man, it was so much fun, and running that fast was a blast as well. Like, I knew I was capable of it, but I wasn't expecting to happen right then because, I didn't think that there'd be a group going that fast, so it was it was awesome. So, uh, I can't like, words can't explain that experience. That was over a month ago, so I wish it was more fresh on my mind, but yeah, I'm excited about the future and, the opportunities that it may bring me and everything, so
Yeah. Amazing run. Congrats to you, Travis. Let's do a little cheer for yourself. Go ahead. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Congrats, Travis. No, that's a great race. Boston's amazing. I hope to go back one day and chase that and chase my own OTQ. I got a couple years still. Well, year and a half, really. So that'll be fantastic. I have,
Olympics happen every 4 years, you know?
that's true. I just might get old. Um, I got some more questions, some random things we can talk about. You want me to just throw them at you?
Shoot.
Okay, I'll give you a rundown. I want to ask you what your favorite running experience ever was, both as an athlete and as a spectator. Then I want to ask, and I have ideas for myself too if I could answer. And then I want to talk about the enhanced games because I have some stuff I want to say out loud about that that might go to the public. All right, I have some takes. What do you want to do?
What do you mean by public?
If people hear this, they can hear my takes.
We're posting this on Instagram.
Oh, it's going out to the world.
We're adding
Fred Curley. I'm adding Fred Curley.
Fred Curley. Listen up.
Yeah. What are you doing? No, just kidding. I actually want to say shout out Fred Curley. You want to hear why?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go straight to the enhanced game.
There.
My career doesn't matter.
No, we're not.
My favorite moments don't matter.
No, I want to
Talk about enhanced games.
we can do whatever and it can. What do you want to do first? The questions or talk enhanced games?
Fred Curley.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk enhanced games. I saw the swimmer broke the world record.
Yeah.
Got the million.
The 50 free, he got the million. Huge $25 million in the prize pool for all these different events. My first take is what a joke of event. Let's get everyone as doped up as they can be and still barely beat one world record. I think if these athletes had actually been good athletes that were doping, they should have shattered the world records. Which is where I come back to Fred Curley. He is one of the few athletes who has stayed in testing pools and self-stated that they're clean and been
Clean guy.
right. I don't know what that all entails. I do know that there is no actions against him by USADA or WADA.
Just a ban.
He's clean.
He's banned though.
Listen, I don't know what's going on there. He's upheld the notion that he's clean and he's been tested through this period. Okay.
That is a true statement.
Bro.
Although he is serving a whereabouts failure band, I believe.
I think it is whereabouts. This is true, which is very suspicious. And we can talk about that too if we want, all whereabouts bans at some point and failures to show and stuff. But what I want to say is this man picked up a massive paycheck. Like that $250,000
Yeah.
starting into season. That's more than most other athletes are going to pick up. If he's truly he is serving the ban. If he stays clean through that and comes back clean and everything's good to go, good for him for picking up that bag. Because to go out and beat all those doped athletes and get this big paycheck and stay clean and stay on the radar of I'm staying clean, he's definitely being tested massively for being a part of the event, also for his whereabouts failures.
There's an interesting thing that I heard that I think it was World Aquatics, which is like the swimming organization.
Yeah.
They said that any participant that participates in enhanced bands is banned for life, apparently. But US or World Athletics or USITF hasn't come out with that statement. So technically, Fred Curley may still be in the clear once he pays
Comes back,
serves his band, yeah. And who knows? I'm not necessarily a huge fan because whereabouts is kind of suspicious anyway. So
right.
I don't know. I guess kudos to him for being the only doped athlete that can break 10.
Yeah, none of them broke that. Shout out to him for the
But
bag.
I think some high schoolers might have been able to place in the top 5. So
That race wouldn't have made it out of a Texas high school regional. Oh my goodness. Did you see the women's 100 results? Did you see what the last place girl got 13.3 is what she ran for the 100? And she got $20,000 for this.
dang.
Yeah.
Well,
good.
She got paid $20,000 to become a man.
Well, I think most women could probably run a 13.3 100 on a JV high school team.
Yeah.
So good for her for getting $20,000. It's interesting. I hope the event never happens again. I don't sanction doping. I think retroactively, I wish World Athletics and USATF had said, if you participate, you're banned for life. I think if it happens again, they should go in saying that. I think it would be unfair to go back retroactively for like a guy like Fred's case.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't just go back, oh, you did this, now you're banned. If he still is clean through the tests.
Announce it before the event.
They should have done that. So then you could make a choice.
I did listened to an interview of one of the swimmers.
Okay.
I think he won. I don't think it was the world record, but he was saying that he's like the enhancements help, definitely help, but you still gotta wake up and go put in the work every day to uh, to get those performances. They don't make you faster. It's the work that makes you faster, and the enhancements help. And that's what he was saying. I think he won his event.
Okay.
I think he was like close to his professional PR or something, but he hadn't hit it.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, the enhancements help. You still got to be motivated. You still got to wake up, go to put in work every day, and keep the goal in mind. So I thought that was interesting from his take. And basically, he said that he was within reach of like being his best self ever, but he wasn't quite besting his professional self, even with enhancements. So
That's an interesting take because you got to think he's probably past his prime,
yeah,
past his
right.
Olympic days.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not even sure who the athlete was, but I
that
did
is,
see an interview.
but that is an interesting take because well, I feel like there's so many things that they do help, but you're right. You can't just go couch to 12:35K. Like
Yeah, exactly.
you know, that still those athletes. Even we look at like the EPO era and track and field. Those guys were still out ripping miles and workouts. They just had that extra gear in the end of a race. Or we look at people had their issues with super shoes nowadays. The shoe doesn't necessarily make you that much faster, but the ability to work harder and rip more workouts is huge. Not that that's doping. Let's be clear. It's still legal, so it's not called doping, but and it's not injected. Okay, it's shoes. But you think that they're too unfair? Shoes, super shoes.
I mean, come on, you can't blame everything on shoes.
Ah, that's true. That's true.
Shoes don't run for you.
Exactly. So neither do the drugs. No, I'm kidding, guys.
The drugs might run for you.
We do not endorse doping. Let's be clear. You test us.
You could get robot legs and call that an enhancement.
On an unrelated note, you know what I'm gonna ask about?
Robot half marathons?
Oh, we could talk about robot how yeah, holy smokes. Are we worried about robots taking over and being able to outrun everyone, including Kajelja? Is he the
Chat GPT is the half marathon world record holder now.
don't worry, Claude AI is gonna come through and eat it next year. Oh my goodness. That was a fun event. I have some of the videos, the little robots just that were cute. They were funny. Um, oh, there's some other people trying to break significant barriers. Do you think we'll ever see a sub 43 400? I think somebody said they're going to target it this year, or that's like their goal long term.
Shout out Hunter Woodall.
Oh yeah, you think you can go under 43 in a 400?
No.
Okay, there it is. There's the take, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. I tend to side with you because it took so long for him to get to 45. He's a phenomenal athlete,
He's been running 46.1 since high school. So
right? You start to wonder. Yeah, go ahead.
he's a he's definitely a fit boy, but he's not as like lean as he used to be.
That's fair. Do you think his top end is limited by his upper body aerobic? Or I sometimes wonder if being a is he a double amputee?
Yeah, he is. He's nobody.
Is that limited by does that limit how fast he can go? Because I know it can maybe even think like help to a degree, right? No lactic acid in the calves or something like that.
I haven't followed his career as closely as when he was a little bit younger, but he I know that he set the Utah State high school record in the 4 and the 2, but he struggled in the 1, and that was primarily because of the start. But his finishing speed was phenomenal, and, I think that out of blocks, he struggled a bit. So, I don't know what that is. Maybe he's just not feeling as tired at the end of a race. He can keep this it just took him a long time to accelerate. So,
Limited mobility, right? But
yeah.
that'd be an interesting conversation to have with him if he feels like top end clearly not impaired, maybe at the end of a race, but the starting point, that's interesting. The 100, he didn't get the record, but those ones where you have time to build up steam makes me think of guys like Noah Lyles and Joseph Fambula in the 200. If they perfect those starts, their top end speed is electric. I mean, Noah Lyles has got
Hunter Woodall versus Noah Lyles. Steve,
in a 150. No, I Noah Lyles beats most people in the world, unfortunately.
in a 200,
Just kidding.
in a 400 even.
That'd be interesting. I think Hunter Woodall is awesome. Running 45. So yeah. Huh. Good for him for IDing a mark 43:03, saying I'm gonna break it. Kind of like Josh Kerr. 3:43:13, I'm gonna break it. So
He's gonna if he runs that fast, maybe he'll be allowed in the regular Olympics, not the Paralympics. See it amputee doing that again.
Oscar Pistorius, not shout out. Anyways, we don't need to talk about his story. That's been covered enough over the last 15 years. Oh, good. Well, Travis, have you had time to think about your favorite running moments, both as one as an athlete and one as a spectator?
I mean, rel recency bias. It's gonna be Boston Marathon.
Amazing. As a spectator? I'm kidding, guys. She ran amazing.
Such an amazing experience to run and participate. Hopefully next time I can be in the elite field.
You're in.
But it was a great experience, but it's also very different from other experiences. So I've had a lot of other experiences that have been just as fun or amazing in different ways, but this one was special because of the phase of life that I'm in right now. So I'll have to go with that.
That's a great one. It was amazing to be watching that from about an hour behind. I came into the race unfit. What were you gonna say?
Go ahead, finish your story.
No, I was just gonna say, one of my favorite spectator moments, I'll start with spectator, was at the BU track in 2025. Me and you on Valentine's Day. We were out there to go race a mile on the 3K, and Grant Fisher broke that indoor 5K world record. That was such a cool moment to be at. What a
We witnessed the world record.
Yep, that was so cool. That was a cool spectator
Doesn't
moment.
count if it's indoors and not the fastest ever.
It's an indoor. It's a short track.
Indoor world record. A
Short track, right? Short track world record.
It was awesome.
Doesn't count because it was at BU. No, it was amazing. Such a cool experience. One of my favorite videos on my phone. Watching him finish is cool.
Okay, what's your
Oh,
best running experience?
it won't be the Boston Marathon for me. It was amazing experience, but it was not. The race itself wasn't great. Amazing experience. Though. I want to go back. Um. Well, I don't know. Probably have to go with the prelims at the 2024 WAC Outdoor Track and Field Championship, Conference
You
Championship.
can say hi.
Oh, I can say high school. Well, I was a sub-9 guy in high school. I used to be fast, everyone. This is pre-super shoots. 2017, I went sub-9 and sub-410. So watch out. Both of those were cool experiences. The sub-9 was for a win in Chicago, and the sub-410 was at Festival of Miles, which has turned into an even bigger race. That day, though, Brody Hasty ran away from me. So he's a
Shout out Brody Hishy.
shout out Brody Hasty.
He's a coach over at Lipscomb. No,
Is that where he was at?
Lipscomb.
I think Loyola. No, Lipscomb. I think you're right. Was where it was.
I don't know.
Ran at NAU. You guys had some great races together. I was sometimes there further back. But good runner, great guy.
He saw me at when we went and watched Santiago and
Oh yeah,
at World Cross Country. He stopped and talked to me, and he was wearing I think it was a Lipscomb shirt, and he said he was the hired van driver for the team, and they were recruiting some under 20 people at the World Championships. So that's why he was there. But yeah, he was an assistant coach.
that's cool.
Uh,
Good for him. That's a pipeline. Stud collegiate athletes to coaches. Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
so tell me about your 2024. Wow.
Oh yeah. Well, for the listeners, you might not know, but my college career was far from ideal. A lot of injuries, unfortunate experiences, a lot of head-to-head, what's the word I'm looking for? Disagreements, with the head coach that we found we could talk about later times if we ever wanna document that on a podcast. Um, but finally that 2024 season, we had the opportunity as a group, the long group, to, hence the namesake of the pod. There it is, drop.
Long route.
And I had an amazing group of guys. Travis was one of them. We had just we could go through and name that crew, but it was studs. And I was fortunate enough to kind of just be dragged along with them, hop on those workouts. So that 2024 season, outdoor track specifically, I finally got fit, finally got racing consistently, training consistently for like 3 months. Like it was, and in that time I was able to get myself win almost every single 1500 heat I was entered in, just really just cruising. Conference championship. Um, my big goal really was going in. I wanted to get in that final because I knew these other guys would, and I wanted to be with them. So it was a fun prelim. Um, let's see, we had some studs in it. Isaiah Labro was in that race, 355 miler, indoor NCAA second team All American, just an absolute stud here at SUU with us. The nicest guy you'll meet as well. Um, he was in my heat, as well as Nathan Capel, who was just a stud in the conference, great competitor. Um, and then UVU had a gentleman, Gilbert uh, Olivas, I think was his last name.
That's how I know it's
Yeah, yeah. So sorry, Gilbert, if we said that wrong. But these guys were, I mean, I think all of them have ended up being sub four or thereabout runners. Um, So it was a great heat. Went out in the pack with Isaiah. We tried to work together. I got a little bit gapped with about 500 to go. I was off that front three, and tried to roar back that final 400. And we had a three-way photo finish at the line, me, Isaiah, and Gilbert. And I got the lean to auto queue into the final. PR, still my fastest 1500 to this day. Just an amazing race. The big thing that I take away from it, not only my accomplishment of getting there, but and the group of guys that we had that season, that they rallied around me, they supported me, lifted me, celebrated. Oh, and half of the final was SUU guys, literally. So we all went.
it was actually so
It
sick.
was like two guys in every prelim. SU, 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 and another guy in the final who at that point had already committed and was transferring to SU in the fall. Shout out Garrison. Um, so it was electric to be a part of that, and to have those guys lifting me and just celebrating that accomplishment for me. So as a runner, that was one of the highs I've had.
And that whole season, Clayton actually had a phenomenal season. He wasn't put in the fastest heats, but he was able to come away with almost every single heat win that he was put in, whether it be 800 meters or 1500 meters. He was able to crush it. And then that race was when he was really able to shine and show his fitness against some tougher competition, um, which he should have been earlier in the season. Just circumstances didn't allow it, and he was able to show his fitness during workouts as well. He was a fit boy.
Thanks, Trav. I appreciate it. It was cool. It was a highlight. It was a great ending for my college career after how it went to have those guys rally and to have that fitness. So now I'm fitter than I've ever been on the roads. As a non-college guy working a 40-hour week, and it's crazy. How are we doing that? How are you doing that, Trav? Oh man.
Shout out full time work.
Shout out, guys. Look at us over here on salaries, 40 hours a week, OTQ. Oh my goodness. It's anybody want to sponsor us?
This is our new job. We're quitting.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm ready to. Oh my goodness. Anybody wants to help us with that? Like and subscribe. Am I right? Send us money. My Venmo. No, it's at Clayton Adams 28. Drop the Venmo. Trav, do you know yours? Let's send it to me.
Travis Feeney.
Oh, there we go.
Travis Feeney, even though.
There we go. We'll hit it. Help us out, guys. Help us get new shoes so we don't have to go broke.
Okay, we're cutting that part out. I'm not asking for money.
We can cut that out. It was a joke. I was saying like,
Oh no, it's
I'm gonna shout your product out if you send us money. Shout out Sunny D.
like I said, this is
We're just goofing. All right. It's 50 minutes.
50 minutes on the clock. And yeah, I think that maybe we have covered everything for today.
Yeah, I can't think
Mine,
much else.
one more thing I forgot to answer my favorite spectator moment.
Yeah, yeah. Let's hear it.
Oh man,
Yeah, you've been in some cool races.
spectator.
I just thought of one. Can I say while I'm thinking, while you're thinking?
Yeah, go for it.
Watching Santi, who you'll see on this podcast, race for Canada's at Worlds Cross this last year. That was awesome. Going witnessing the best in the world at a world championship. That was pretty cool. I don't know if it's my favorite, right? But it was pretty dang neat. So shout out
That
Santi.
was a cool experience to be at a world championship.
Are you watching
That's
about?
what I was thinking about watching,
Sorry.
like the training part. But like, there's also been others. So like, I don't know. We'll go with that. We'll leave it at that and call it good. Watching Jacob Kiplimo absolutely thrash on the world.
Just the war.
Shout out to the guy from Fiji in the back.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
I think he ran for NAU actually back in like
You real.
2013
Oh, that's awesome.
or something.
One of my favorites. We're big fans.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up. Episode 1, the Long Group podcast. And special shout out to Santiago Gaitan, Coleman Cragen, the guy from Fiji, and
Fred Curley.
currently.
Uh,
Yes. All right. We'll see you guys.